I ate extra food yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm all carved up on like brownie bites and lemon cake. And today's back day. I feel extra strong. I'm about to go to the gym and lift all the weights. All of them. But like, if you have a day of caloric destruction, caloric obliteration, so what, you know? It's one out of many days. Think of the year kind of like a test, or take 100 days. You have 100 questions on the test and you miss 5, dude, you still made a 95. You're good, you know? Of course, in the future, do you want to improve, get 100%? Yeah. But you're still gonna, you know, lose weight or make gains if you miss a day or don't hit your protein exactly for a day. Now, don't make it a habit, because once you make it a habit and you missing questions over and over again, well, then your grades start to slip. You'll stop losing weight or you'll stop making gains. But like, if I'm trying to diet down and I have a day of caloric obliteration, I think about it as a win. You know, like, sure, a small pause on body fat burning. However, it comes with some benefits. I'm about to have a really great workout. Probably about to pump up my lats till it feels like they're about to explode. You know, even though body fat burning has been put on pause, I get to enjoy the experience of being carved up, being strong. You know, kind of put myself back in touch with the reality of what it feels like. Because sometimes you can be in a, well, at least in my case, when you're losing like 3 digits worth of body fat, you kind of lose sight of what it's like to be full of food. You know, I was in a deficit, just cruising in body fat burning mode for so long that like when I started to be like, all right, it's time to eat some more food, Dillon, let's try to bulk up a little bit. When I first started, I was like, bro, this is hard. You know, I finally had a little understanding of the people who are like, oh, dude, I eat so much and I can never gain any weight. Because at the time I was still tracking and I was like, dude, I used to be able to eat like 7 ice cream sandwiches. And then when I tried bulking for the first time again, I was like, bro, why can I not eat 2 cans of chicken in one sitting? Like, what's going on here? And then I realized my body had adapted a little too much, you know? So I kind of had to adapt it back a little bit. Now I'm kind of at a cool middle ground where I can do both as long as I ease into it a little bit, you know? Well, actually, bulking, I kind of like to ease into it. It's kind of like a, all right, let's eat more food, you know? But like, when I go to diet down, honestly, I like to fast. Just because if you've never tried fasting before, just try it. It kind of feels good, you know? Just your blood sugar is completely stable. You have very stable energy throughout the day. Not only to mention, this is the way I think about it. Your body, when it stores body fat, it's not gonna store anything it doesn't need. So the way I look at it is body fat is one of like the purest forms of energy that you can run off of. Even though it might not be, you know, high output or good for high intensity training, it is kind of like a superfood. You know, even though you technically don't eat it, you kind of burn it off of yourself. but it's literally just fat. One of the most efficient macronutrients out there. And if you go through a fast, don't pay attention to how hungry you are, because then it's gonna suck. It's kind of the point. You're supposed to be hungry. And people are like, well, Dylan, isn't that technically just starving yourself? I mean, that's what every diet is. Every diet, you are starving yourself for benefits. The goal of dieting is to starve yourself, but not to feel like you're starving. That's the trick. Because if I go into a fast and I'm like, say 16 hours, I'm like, okay, I can't eat till 8 p.m. If I'm just like waiting till 8 p.m., just fixated on when I can eat, I'm gonna be thinking about food all day. I'm gonna be hungry. I'm gonna be more likely to crack and not even do the fast. Versus if I say, all right, we're gonna try a fast today. Since we cannot eat till 8 p.m., we are not even gonna worry about it in the meantime. Try to find other things to do. You don't realize how much time you spend thinking about what to eat, making what you want to eat, going to get what you want to eat, eating what you pick to eat. I mean, some people, myself, maybe when I'm bulking, I'll probably like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours spent just thinking, eating, or making food. That's a lot of time. Fasting really, because I used to be somebody who would eat out of boredom. So fasting taught me other things to do other than go grab ice cream or go grab a bag of chips. Fasting taught me like, all right, what else can we do? And that's kind of how I've kind of grown so much as a person. It's how I'm able to do all these things now. Because I wasn't so busy eating, I was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I was able to lose weight and free up my schedule in order to find out new things that I like to do, new passions that I enjoy, like acting, modeling, skating, all of them, And, well, I just think there's a little bit of euphoria when you complete a fast as well. Because to most people, fasting is very difficult. A lot of people tell me, oh, I can never do that. I can't go 4 hours without eating. There's a lot of people out there. Versus me, I've been able to do about 36 hours. I do that pretty frequently, and to me, it's not difficult. But maybe because I've had a lot of practice. When you lose 130 pounds, you really kind of, just get really good at being hungry and how to deal with it. But that's all I got for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow.